Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. Welcome back. My name's Larry Dio. I host Ham Radio Live, and boy, it's been a long time since I said those words. I didn't even look back, on YouTube to see the last time I cut a show. And I had like the music, the song I wanted to play, stuff like that, and what I wanted to do, talk about, share with you, and all that stuff. And yesterday, all of a sudden, out of the blue, comes a person from my church to check in on me because I hadn't been to church for a couple of weeks. And since Bob died, things have been hard. They really have been. I want you guys to know because you've been so kind to me and so patient in waiting for me to come back. Um, Bob died peacefully in his sleep, so there was no pain. He was in good condition there. Everything was good. Um, it's hard. We lived together 50 years and 51. And the last year has been just hard. So thank you for your patience with me. I couldn't not come on today after telling you yesterday. And Andy, I see you. I'll say hello in just a second. I couldn't not come today. There's a reason why. In fact, I didn't get this transferred. So let me just real quick. We have not been in the mood to do anything, really. My wife has been kind to me to give me some space, to do what I've been dealing with, grieving. And I'm grateful to Karen for that because it's been really hard. But I will say this. I've always known you were my friends and always been there. And yesterday, when the friend came over from church, he said he was talking to me, and it was kind of a difficult conversation to have. But I talked about my family that I haven't really heard from them very much, asking how I am or anything. And he said, so who are you going to replace them with? Like, what people will be the people you will spend time with? And I thought of all of you. I really did. That's the truth. We've had blessings from our neighbors that way, and behind us with gifts of food. They come over with like casseroles and snacks and stuff like that, kind stuff. But I really miss Bob a lot. I really do. That was that was the hardest thing I've done in my entire life. I mean, to see someone die you love so much, and he was the last person I had left in my life from my childhood, the last person alive. Man, I miss him. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. Truly is. I will share a little bit of information that I had put in the computer yesterday, and then the doorbell rang, and oh boy.
I don't think
No.
this boy's got all his
I
marbles.
do. I
Shakes
do.
his head
Yeah.
when he means yes, nods when he means no.
I put stuff in, and then all of a sudden the dogs went berserk, and I'm like, what the heck? Come on, getting the the YouTube show done. And then I find out he's there on the porch, and I'm like, oh gosh, no, not now. I'm just trying to do YouTube. I told them I would come. It's a little bright. Sorry. Change that. Right down. Right down. Right down. And that's nicer. Okay. It's good to see you guys. A very Merry Christmas to you. I will be here with a real show before Christmas. That is my promise to you. I promised you I'd be here before the weekend ended, and the reason I didn't make it sooner and make this better is because honestly, Karen has been so good to me for a while since Bob passed, and we've done nothing for Christmas. There's no lights in the house. There was no tree. There's no stockings. There's nothing. And I wanted to do something nice for her. So today I did this. I put our tree up, and I see the top's crooked now. It's not perfect. There's not many ornaments on it, but there's lights, and I threw them on. And we have these cameras we have, right? Because we were looking in on Bob when he was sleeping, and I don't want to get into that. But anyway, my point is we have these cameras, and she was looking in from work, and she sent me this text. It's like, oh my gosh, the tree. And then I knew, yeah, it's the right thing to do. Gosh, it's good to do this. It really is good to do this. Let me say hello to people and thank you for coming all the way here today after so much time that I've been away. And know that I have really missed doing this. Yeah, you have no idea how much. Andy Bronson from the UK. There's a neat call sign. I like that. And I got to memorize a new one, don't I? Goodness sakes. Look at that. 2 Echo Zero Juliet India uniform. Andy, welcome. Good to see you, man. Gosh darn, man. And Roger, I heard about this just like a couple months ago, 3 months ago, that Roger McKeon got his upgrade all the way from the foundation license all the way up to the general license. How about that? Congratulations to Roger. Didn't forget that. No, I haven't forgot you guys. I haven't. That's never happened. It's just that, to be honest, until yesterday, right back there was a mattress, and I didn't want it to make it look like Larry's doing the Beverly Hillbillies here.
Now, I say cut that out. What's it all about?
Can you
boy?
imagine doing a
Elucidate.
YouTube show with a mattress right behind you? That'd be awful. Just, oh gosh. I told Karen, I can't do it. She's like, oh, well, I'll help you move it. We'll move it together. Yeah, sure. Okay. So then.
And now,
Yeah.
a Larry moment.
So, okay. So, I I did the mattress myself. Anyway, that's the point. And then got the tree up, the ornaments, few ornaments and lights, and Jack's growing a little bit. He came back. There's a lot you don't know. Jack is the good news. Jack is still alive. This little brat is waking Larry up every 2 hours lately. And I'm going to pull his hair out, I swear. Jack, here, buddy. Go sit down. No kidding, every 2 hours. And I told Karen last night, she had to go to work today. And I'm like, look, I am going to kill this dog. You have got to keep him away from me. Please keep him downstairs. And then the coolest thing happened. No joke. And Karen doesn't even know this yet. So since you and I are friends and, no one else is listening here. Okay. I was, gosh darn, I just wanted to sleep because the last few nights he's kept me awake all night, every 90 minutes to 2 hours, Jack climbing on top of me. And we have a crate that we can put him in, but I don't want to do that to him because they really like to be in bed. So anyway, I put all the dogs downstairs. We have a box. We put this little step stool ladder against the box, right? And so the dogs can't get in. Somehow, some way, Jasper found his way around that box twice. Got to the door, bedroom door. I closed it because he barked for a solid, 40 minutes. And I felt so bad for him. And so anyway, what happened was, I'm going to share it with you real quick. So I was so touched by his loyalty and love that I was like, you know what? That's just really cool that he cares that much, that he wants to be up there with you. And so, in bed, because I just blocked everything off. I said, forget it. So today, for a reward, for the first time, I took Jack shopping with me. Yes, that's us. Getting him some dog food at Tractor Supply. Yeah. Anyway. Gosh, I miss my brother, guys. I really do. Anyway. Cliff Bolts, welcome. Whiskey Delta for Oscar Bravo Papa. Thank you for your kind words. And, Bill and Kelly in Wisconsin, and people have sent stuff, and I'm trying to open the cards. I really am trying. I truly am. Gosh darn it, man. I did stuff I never thought I would do, and I'll be honest, I prayed for the power to do the stuff that I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do physically for my brother. I'm glad I did it, and I just, I miss him a lot. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness, guys. Everyone. Thank you, guys. You're very kind. Tom, look at you. Gosh darn, thank you. Man, Tom. Sorry, button too many times. Tom, good to see you. Thank you very, very much. Just thank you. Yeah. You know, it's weird because I had everything all ready. I was going to put the show together. I've got new sign-offs. I was really working and doing something I want to do nice. And it just seemed like every time I try, then something else would happen. And today I thought, you know, I want to do something nice for Karen because she does so many nice things for me, you know. And the Christmas tree thing, I thought we both were on the same page. We weren't going to do it. She wasn't in the mood. I was definitely not in the mood. In fact, I spend most of my time outside this house in our driveway because it's so hard to be in the house because he died right downstairs. It just, ugh. Anyway, that's life. And I feel bad. I miss him. Guy Lee, welcome. Good to see you too, man. Kilo November 6, Whiskey Echo Tango. Thank you for coming. Goodness sakes, look at people here. Casey's here. Hi, Casey. Nice to see you too. Man, colorist, thank you. Oh my gosh. Look at this now. I got new call signs I had to learn for folks in the UK. Mike 0, Victor Foxtrot X-Ray, and Echo India 8, India Yankee Bravo. Peter, thank you for coming. It's nice to see you. Good evening. Wow, all the way from the UK. This late. It's late. Man, thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. Bill Myers, on top of our tree is a bit crooked too. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Man.
Oh, Rocky's really mad now.
Yeah, I was like, oh gosh, I had it perfect. And then of course, you take the step stool down, right? And you put it away. And then you look at it again, you're like, oh no. Oh, well, yeah, that's the way it goes. Hi, my gosh, hold on. Adriana Lawley. Hi, first time here. Brand new name. Hope everyone is well. My goodness, Adriana, thank you very much for coming. Welcome to Hammer to Life. Nice to see you. It's nice to meet you, too. Sorry it's on a weird thing like this. Man. Story goes, my brother was learning disabled, and I took care of him because it was the right thing to do. He never wanted to be in a nursing home. He only knew living with his family. And I chose that path to take care of him all these years, 29 and a half since our mom passed. And we just, I wish we had known sooner about him bleeding. We didn't know. And then it was too late. But then he lived, they said like a 40% chance to live 5 years. They gave him 40% back in 2011. And he makes it to October of this year. It's just remarkable how long and how blessed we are. So it's pretty darn cool. Really is that made it that way. Adriana says, I got a new puppy. I am doing the 2-hour thing too. That's very, very good. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one's like 19 months old. And what happened was we took both dogs to boot camp because they've got it. They had to be trained. And so we lost the pups, Jack and Jill, the day before Bob passed. So I put them both on the bed. Bob was out at that point. Morphine and all that stuff. Gosh, it's hard to talk about. And Jill was his dog, right? And so put both Jack and Jill on the bed, and they said their goodbyes. And then we had to take them away to take them to puppy boot camp. It was about 20 miles away, and they did remarkable work with them. I mean, they're so good. Jack still needs some help, but he's learning. He's better, which is great. So good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Adriana, new ham. Sorry, hold on. This is good. Ham. Very good. Thank you. Congratulations. Wow. Adriana, congratulations. That's great. Congratulations. Welcome to Amateur Radio. We're grateful you are part of our family. That's so cool. Wow. So cool. Love that. Love that. Let me see here. And then we always celebrate people that celebrate amateur radio licenses. It's weird, I know, but we still like it because it's fun. And this is such a fun thing to do. Ron, great to see you too. November 8 Whiskey, Charlie Romeo. Goodness sakes, man, doggone it. Nice to see you, Ron. Thank you for coming all the way from Washington State. Man, Arlington, I remember you guys. Rob Q, welcome. My goodness sakes, that's Los Angeles, California. Welcome. Hey, Rob. Merry Christmas, buddy. Oh, so good to see you guys. I'm glad we're here. That's nice. Let me show you a few things. First of all, it's time for...
And now, a Larry moment.
So, most of you know I have the Buddy Hex by Buddy Pull, right? And this poor thing, it has been up now for over 2.5 years. So we've had a really rough fall, really rough autumn, bad like winds, terrible, terrible winds. And this is my fault because I should have, when the spreaders were new, rubbed them with UV protectant and then done it like 2 or 3 times a year to protect the spreaders because they're fiberglass, right? And I only did it one time, and that was after I got a brand new spreader because one of them did the same thing. This is nothing against this antenna. My gosh, it's a portable antenna that you bring to Parts on the Air, summits, you take on vacation. You can keep it up if you want to, like I did, and the spreaders aren't too terribly expensive. But the point was that it was my fault because I should have simply taken the antenna off the tripod base upside down. Perfect. Would have been just fine. But the fact, even though it was down at that elevation, the winds were so bad that they just snapped the spreaders. So it snapped 2 of them. So I've asked Karen, would you please get me 4 of them and we'll make it work. In the meantime, so yesterday, I was going to be on earlier. My hope was to be on earlier, which would have been great, but I had to untangle some ground wires for the antenna because I need to have some antenna, right? So I put together my POTA, my Park on the Air antenna, which is the Chameleon Shaw 2.0 MilWeb, which I love this vertical. It's a great antenna. I've lengthened the ground radials, so it's got a bigger ground radial field. For folks that are maybe new into amateur radio, think of like a radio signal, like you're plugging your car, like your jumper cables on your battery, positive, negative side, right? The vertical part's the positive side. The bottom part that goes on the ground is the ground. So both of them connected together make a circuit that sends the signal out. And yesterday, it was like I was testing it real quick. Sorry, audio was up a little bit there. And this is going to show you, sorry, because the camera's plugged in. Let me show you real quick. This is just like, I was so excited because I wanted to make sure before I came back here, I would be able to check and make sure that the radio worked, right? Because I, haven't done any calls in like 8 months, and there go the dogs. Sorry. Anyway, let me show you real quick, and then I can kind of give you an idea. So I made this call yesterday, and I was thrilled. I mean, it really was. I mean, this is all the way down to Chihuahua, Mexico. Guy came in great, and of course, customary 5.9. But still, that's like 1,500 miles almost. So I was really excited. I was like, you know what? This antenna has always performed well for me, and it just works. I mean, it just really works. So I'm grateful for that. 10 meters looks great still. We're in great condition here. This is what it looks like from here in the Pacific Northwest. Great signals everywhere. Also, don't be afraid to take a look at MUF maps because midday you can get all the way up into Fairbanks. I mean, it shows here you can't, but you can. I mean, these are estimations. They're not like perfect. It's like you're driving down the highway. It says speed 55, but other people like they're driving 75, right? Okay. So, this is an approximation. You can get up to Fairbanks at midday in the North American continent, right? But in the South, just like it does here in the North during summertime, the 10-meter band starts to go north in the South. So it's the same thing here in the summertime in North America and Europe and folks that are in Northern Asia, 10 meters slide south in the summer, just the way it works. So don't be afraid to make calls. You can make calls all the way up into the mid part of Scandinavia. You'll make the calls. They'll work great. And the thing is that just make sure you can take a look, but don't think this is like the end all be all. Like you're not going to make any calls period the end, because you will. Here's 10 meters now. And the other thing too is for people who might be new, you kind of think like 40's good during the nighttime, right? 20's good during the daytime, which is true. Those are very, very true things. But we're at the peak of solar cycle 25 right now. And it probably was about a month and a half ago where you really hit the real peak. But it's okay because when you're up at like a 6-month window between the peak, things are great. So you can work 15 and 17 all night long for the most part. Now, I'll show you. Take a look at this. This is really kind of cool. And it only happens at the top of the solar cycle. take a look at the darker areas in the world, right? And it'll show some areas like, 10 megahertz, stuff like that. But keep your radio on during the evening hours. Look at Africa, for example. I mean, it's dark, right? But take a look at the bands they're on. I mean, the frequencies are up there. So don't be afraid to try out 17 and 15. 17 will surprise you. 20 is going to work most of the world night and day now. It's fantastic conditions. And I wanted to make some calls, but I knew that without Karen here, with the dogs doing this, it would just be like one dog after another, and it's Jack doing it right now. So I'm about ready to get real mad at him.
No more gentleman stuff. From now on, you fights my way. Dirty.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's it. One more thing. I do want to show. There's some information here. I wish I had Jack's e-collar button, because if I did, I would make him stop doing that. So I'm sorry, really am. Some cool DXpeditions I want to share with you right now. It's wintertime, and these are great DXpeditions you can work. Take a look at a couple of them that are on this list, okay? Places you don't normally see. Bangladesh, okay, that started on the 13th. It runs through the 19th. Call sign Sierra 21 Delta X-ray, okay? Cool part, they're working digital. So you've got sideband radio teletype, which is unique for a DXpedition, but also working FT8. They also have 4 stations. Pretty cool, right? Hang on a second. Jack, I'm going to destroy you. Stop. Hope you didn't hear what I just said. Anyway, for people that may call PETA here, I don't want that. But yeah, Bangladesh, tough to get. They got 4 people working from it, right? And this is a tough one to get. This is Asia Island on the air, number 140. They're working top band, 160 to 10. So Bangladesh is one you can really get. But look at this one. I was like, cool. All right, Fiji, December 31st to January 7th. So only 1 week. That's all they're going to do. Morse code only, though. You see that? 30 to 10 meters. So if for people that are good at Morse code, right? Fiji, December 31st through January 7th, call sign 5 Whiskey 0 Golf Echo. That's 5 Whiskey 0 Golf Echo. Really tough to get that one. Really is. And of course, the Marianas. Marianas are tough to get too. That starts on December 30th, runs through January the 3rd. Only a short period of time. But look what they're doing. 40, 20, 17, 12, and 15, 12, and 10. Morse code sideband and FT8. They're using 50 watts, but they're in the Marianas, so the first hop goes over the ocean. Going to be a really good chance to make some decent calls. Of course, we know Ishmael in Dominica. You can usually work him. He's really good to work on the 10-meter band. Ish loves 10. It's open all the time. Also, don't forget, this is kind of cool, New Caledonia, another one that's good to get. And that one's 30 to 10 meters Morse code as well. But look at the call sign. Tango X-ray 24, Hotel Alpha India Delta. That's a mouthful. Tango X-ray 2, 4, Hotel Alpha India Delta. Of course it'd be Morse code. Man, that's a lot of pounding on that thing. Maldives as well. I almost said that wrong. Sorry. Maldives as well. 40 to 10 sideband FT8. It's running now through the 17th. So you FT8 hunters, this is a good one. Sideband as well. You can work them. 8 Quebec 7 Romeo Lima. That's 8 Quebec 7 Romeo Lima. Some really good DXpeditions are working right now. And there's some really good conditions for you as well out there to work too. So make sure you do that. And Larry's looking for the screen. There we are. What I'm trying to say is I could not come on here today to say hello to you because I'm really happy to see you. And when I say I've missed you, I really have. My brother's old bedroom's right there. And I miss him so much. I do. And I feel guilty too, because for so long the work was so hard that I was fatigued to the point where I'm saying to my wife, like, is this ever going to end? I'm out of gas. And then, it just went so fast like that. He'd been fighting. Everything was great. He'd sleep. He'd wake up. He'd be up for, getting up for maybe 5, 6, 7 hours, go to sleep a day or two, 3, wake back up. Jill would sleep outside his bedroom, right on the carpet outside his door. And he'd get back up. And then that very last Saturday night, got him into bed Friday night, late, right? And he just, it was the weirdest thing, guys. He kept getting out of bed. He wasn't in his right mind. It was the oddest thing I've ever seen. He wasn't in his right mind. He couldn't really communicate. He couldn't answer anything. He just wouldn't stop getting up. And we caught him in the hallway near the stairwell. I mean, it was bad. It was so bad. So the hospice nurse came out 3 times. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad for my brother. I really did. And what I didn't realize is he was fighting the last battle he had, which was to be out of bed. Oh man, I wish I had known. I really do. So a lot of that hurt is here right now, but a lot of joy is here seeing you guys, because you have a whole bunch of fun and smile a little bit. I will be back. I do have stuff scheduled for a show. We're going to talk about building the Chameleon 2.0 vertical. We're going to talk about what else we can talk. We're going to make some calls for sure. The radio works well, which I'm really grateful for. I really am. In fact, I'll show you real quick. One more last thing. See, I haven't really made calls in a long time. Here's my logbook. Look at this. I mean, see the dates? That's all I've done. This is it. I mean, I've made 10 calls this year, and that's it. But a lot of these calls, look at them. They're to you guys. I mean, you got William and Kelly right there, right? I've got William and Kelly right there. Oh my gosh. I got Mike here. It's great. Mike here. It's great. It's just good friends. Here's the USS Midway Museum ship. Love working that. This is one of my favorites. This is the Bethany station for Voice of America, the old Voice of America station that's in Bethany, Ohio, and the radio club there. I was so happy to make that call. They're such good people, and they'll spend a few minutes to talk to you. That was really a lot of fun. So last call on the Buddy Hex was here on the 24th, and that was to Brazil, and then yesterday to Mexico. So that was a lot of fun. Not many calls though. And you know what? I need to get better at that. Karen says, you need a hobby. I said, I got a hobby. It's awfully expensive. But yeah, we'll get together when I have a chance to feel a little better than this. Because after putting the Christmas tree up to surprise Karen tonight and then finding out, oh, I see the camera. Boy, I'm so excited to see that. Wow. Oh, geez. Karen is a bit lopsided up on the top there. Anyway, it's finally Christmas in our house at least, which is cool. Guys, thank you. I mean that sincerely. Thank you. Marcus Grumel, my gosh. Marcus, welcome back. Good to see you. Delta Lima 1, Mike Alpha Golf, all the way from Germany. Gosh darn. Marcus, thanks for coming. I mean that. Late there, too. Wow. Adriana, thank you. Thank you. It's very nice. And Rob, thank you. I miss you guys, too. Really do. Adriana, you will make that many calls. You will? Yes, you can. You know, I'll leave with this. I've said it before on this show, but I believe it to be solid advice. And I've only been licensed in 2018, but I do understand the value of a great antenna, because I've had decent shortwave radios before that. But when I got like a Willbrook loop so I could hear better, that changed everything. Man, I could hear the world. But the point was, in amateur radio, there's so many cool radios out there, right? So you want to get the really cool radio because that's cool. And the antenna, you don't think so much. I'll put a wire in a tree. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Put whatever you can up. But if you don't have HOAs, right? Then put up a quality antenna and watch the world come to you on just an older radio. You'll be thrilled with what you do. You'll make calls all over the world. It's just magical. Best darn thing I ever did. One of the best things that I ever did was to get my amateur radio license. No kidding. Oh my gosh, Jeff. Wow. Jeff, it's great to see you, mate. And Merry Christmas, man. Seriously. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh. By the way, real quick, been thankful to still do Over the Horizon radio show and CQ Calling on WRMI. I feel very blessed to do those. The Christmas show next week is the last one of the year. It's show number 104. No joke. And I'm playing the biggest selling Christmas songs in history. And it will surprise you, especially the top 3. No kidding. Try and listen to it. If you can't pick it up, the WRMI has all the frequency information. Just look for OTH radio, right? But if you can't do it, at 6 p.m. Eastern on Fridays, it's on their website. You can just stream it, listen to it that way. But it was a lot of fun to do. And quite honestly, it was really a pleasure that I learned about too. Because I always thought Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You was like number 2. That's not it. Not it. No, surprise. Really was. Anyway, I think we're good. And Jeff, thank you. God bless you and your family. Hammer. Thank you, Jeff. God bless you and your family too. I mean that. It's so nice to see you, man. We have really missed you. Really have. Adrian, don't have an HOA. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Brother, I'll tell you. Sister, friend, buy the good antenna. Seriously, buy the good antenna. I love the Buddy Hex from Buddy Pole. I love it. It's going to cost you some money up front, but you'll have at least a 2-element beam, and that works so much better than a wire or a vertical. It will help you because you can steer the signal and also steer the receive on it too, which is just hugely important. But, try and do that. You'll be thrilled you did. You really will. I mean, if I could do it all over again, I'd buy a cheap radio, and then I would get like a great antenna. That's just me. And then one other thing happened. My friends at ICOM know what happened, and I've been blessed to have some great friends. You guys, mostly, truly. I'm not ashamed to say that. That's a good thing. I don't say subscribe to this channel. I don't ever say thumbs up or whatever. It's garbage. I just don't care. I don't. I do this for fun and to relax, right? I did it for years because this was the one thing I could do while I was here with you that would take my mind off of the work with my brother. And you guys know that. That's the truth. This was my time to take a... Yeah. So understand this when I say how very grateful I am to you. And one of the things I'd be remiss if I didn't say this to you today. Thank you for the people who donated money to help us get Bob to Hawaii in January. If it had been 1 month later, he couldn't have went. There's no way. No way. He declined real fast. Karen and I could never thank you enough. And thanks to Rodney for thinking of it, because I just wouldn't believe it. Wouldn't believe it. Dennis Steed, bless your heart. Really enjoy your broadcast. That's very nice. Welcome, Dennis. It's nice to meet you. I'm Larry. Nice to meet you. Wow. It's a good day. Andy New, too. Hi, Andy. Mike 7, Charlie U November. I remember. Hi, Andy. Good to see you, too. Man, gosh, old buddies are here. How about that? Jeff, love that shirt. Remember listening to The Loop as a kid back in late 70s and very early 80s. Thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. I like collecting old radio station shirts. Fun stuff. Yeah. Guys, I will be back before Christmas. I promise it will be a full show. It's going to have trivia. It's going to have new sign-off. Yep, new sign-off. Also, it's going to have some information about putting together a good antenna. And there's some cool updates for the antenna. We're going to talk about those. So some good stuff. I hope that you enjoy it. Wherever you may be today, God bless you. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for caring enough about my family. I'm sorry I was so quiet on Discord forever. I haven't even answered emails for EQSL card requests because I just can't. I just don't want to do anything right now. So thank you for understanding that, all right? I did want to do this. Thank you, guys. Wherever you may be. My name's Larry. My call sign is right here. It's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Thank you for everything. you have done for me. That's from my heart. We will see you again soon. God bless you. Goodbye, everybody.